This exam is first of all relative. It's not absolute. But at higher marks, even with a difference of 10 to 15 marks, you may struggle to get a gain of even 1 percentile. An examination which equally asks you all the three subjects. Of course, we are not asking you to love maths, but maths demands or expects respect. And mathematically and statistically speaking, you simply cannot skip any subject at all. Let me ask you a dangerous question. Can you skip one subject and still have a great score in IIT JEE Mains 2026 April attempt? A lot of people might answer this emotionally, but let's try and figure it out mathematically. Let's understand the game of percentile first. We know the difference between percentile and percentage. So percentile here means that the number of students you are ahead of. For example, if you are having 95 percentile, it means you are better than the 95 percentage of students who have appeared for the examination. So this exam is first of all relative. It's not absolute. So here your performance is compared to lakhs of aspirants who appear in different shifts of JEE Mains paper. And this exam is an exam of balancing the act, because there are three subjects: physics, chemistry and maths. 75 questions, 25 in each, total 300 marks. Remember this, total 300 marks. So if you are thinking that marks and percentile are linearly proportional, are linearly dependent, then you might be wrong. Let me try and make you understand this fact. At lower marks, with even 4 to 5 or 10 marks, you may gain a good jump of points in percentile. But at higher marks, even with a difference of 10 to 15 marks, you may struggle to get a gain of even 1 percentile or 1 point of percentile. I hope you are understanding this statement. What I'm trying to make you understand is that when you say that you are thinking of abandoning one of these subjects, then you are clearly losing the competition bandwidth. What I'm trying to make you understand is that here your overall percentile is calculated, which is clearly not the average of the percentile of physics, chemistry, and maths. No, it's not that. So what does it mean? It means that this exam is more about balancing or having the balance of among the all these subjects, and then trying to strive for excellence in one or two or all the subjects. So my first advice is no subject is optional. You cannot skip any subject at all. Let me try to answer it more statistically. Please understand this, that here a lot of people say that I could be master of one and jack of none. If you want to be Ramanujam, that's perfectly fine. But here you're not trying to be a great mathematician or a great educator or a personality of a chemistry or physics. What you're trying to be is you're trying to crack IIT JEE, an examination which equally asks you all the three subjects. But here you got to understand the strategy that you may have a greater or a better performance, or you can stabilize your score with physics and chemistry. And ideally, you should fall in love with physics and chemistry, because as far as my personal opinion is considered, they are high return on investment. Most of the questions asked from physics and chemistry are less time consuming. They are mostly formula driven. They are simple and direct. So as compared to maths, first of all, please understand this. So that's why we say that you should definitely fall in love with physics and chemistry if you are appearing for IIT JEE. That's the ideally advised. But here, we are not saying that maths is something which can be skipped completely or totally. Of course, we are not asking you to love maths, but maths demands or expects respect. Even if you are not becoming an expert of it or getting the expertise or mastery in it, but still it is hoping some respect from it. Why am I saying so? Even if you are getting 6 to 8 questions correctly, accurately from mathematics section, which is of course lengthy in nature, you can see a difference between 92 to 98 percentile with the help of maths. So my verdict remains the same. Emotionally, you may want to skip a subject, one of the subjects. It could be any of the subjects. And strategically, you simply should not. And mathematically and statistically speaking, you simply cannot skip any subject at all. Because this exam is not about bravery, this exam is more about prioritizing two of the subjects and stabilizing the score or percentile with the other or the third subject. So the verdict remains same. You cannot skip a subject. But we have tried showing you the alternative. How should you bring the balance here? How should you introduce balance, which is more important than being expert, being a master, being a good command over any subject? With that, see you in the next video.